What's up, and welcome back to the Temporary Garage, where today I have some free time and a sheet of aluminum. Let's see if we can make some floor plates. Let's get to work. Alright, so I'm trying to come up with something that kind of goes along with my door cards as well as some other things I have going on in this car. So here's my template. I'm going to incorporate some more dimple dies as well as some more bead rolling. And additionally, I have to add a couple tabs to mount this because some riv nuts just won't do the job. They won't fit between that back wall there where the gas tank goes. So we're going to pull this template out and we're going to trace it to some aluminum. Got my sheet of 065 aluminum. Now we're just going to overlay our template. As I mentioned before, I made notes on my template. I have needed tabs here, here, and here. These parts are going to be through bolts. So I just need to make sure I leave provisions and space to do that. And I've already decided I want an 1.5 inch tab on this side. That's like that. Now we trace it. Now we make note of our additional tabs. Otherwise I wind up cutting it off by accident like I did on my door cards. Only on one of them though. Always want to mark it. As well as my two that I have marked for notes on here. These only needed to be 1 inch, which is the width of this ruler, which makes things a lot easier. Also, I didn't mention this tab right here is going to be made to fold 90 degrees upward. I'm going to have a bolt hole here and here, which is also the M12 that goes through the seat bolt. So we're going to have a double purpose with that one. Now that we have this laid out, we can go ahead and cut it with our double cuts. So I came back through here with my drill bit, just removed this little bit of material, which allows me to come back in with the Sawzall and continue to cut this rounded portion. Now here is where taking all this time and laying out my template pays off. So we just overlay it on our cutout piece of aluminum. Get your spring operated center punch. Just transfer the center of each dimple die circle. Now it's time to make 18 individual 1.25 inch holes with our hole saw. Alright, so now I've gotten all the holes drilled that I needed to get drilled. We're going to use the tipping die for the perimeter of the bend, and we're going to switch over and use these round over bits to make grooves along the sides. Alright, here we are, we're done with the bead roller. I think it came out pretty good. So now we can move on and I can drag out the bending brake. Alright, now we got this thing all bent the way we needed to. We can move over and punch through the dimple dies. Alright, we got this piece all shaped up, and I'm done with all my marks. So now, thanks to COVID-19, we have an abundance of hand sanitizer, which is basically just alcohol. And this will work just as well as rubbing alcohol will. Get all that blue mark right off of there. Alright, we got this thing installed in here just temporarily. So over here you can see I use these self-tapping screws. Now, this is just to get this thing ironed on to where I want it. And we can come back later and we're going to put in riv nuts at the front of this thing because there's very thin sheet metal. And around the corners here, there, here, and here is all really thick steel from where the unibody comes around. So this we're going to just tap, and we're going to come up front and riv nuts on the top end pieces just to secure that down. And while I was at it, to make space, I did have to remove the GM drive-by-wire throttle pedal. So just a quick look how I modified it. It was way too big initially. I used the stock Toyota gas pedal, so everything kind of looks the same, and I added some mounting locations there. Alright, let's get this thing back out and we'll drill and tap these holes out. Alright, there it is, all bolted in. Got the button head screws, stainless steel right there. Fits in under the pedals just fine. Just need to add my welded in brackets, just probably one there and one there just to secure this a little further. Well, there we go. I think that looks pretty good. Now we can't have a driver's side without a passenger side. Let's go put this in over there. Alright, there it is, everybody. We got another project checked off the list. If you like what you saw today, please hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching. See you next time.